Tonight, as investigators still work the case of suspended Sheriff Will Lewis, Greenville County is adjusting to life under a new sheriff.
Lewis was suspended without pay yesterday after he was indicted on charges of misconduct in office and obstruction of justice. We are bringing you team coverage on this story, and 7 News reporter Brianna Smith, who broke the story of the indictments on this TV station yesterday, is digging deeper into the investigation.
First, our Aaron Rogers has spoken to the interim sheriff, Johnny McBrown, about his first full day back on the job. Aaron, Sheriff Brown sure has had a lot to do, hasn't he?
He has. It's been a busy day for him. He said it was filled with lots of meetings, but he really spent his day, he said, listening, learning how to make this sheriff's office better.
Second shots.
Interim Greenville County Sheriff Johnny McBrown isn't new to this.
Wasn't blue, but it's my same up.
And after 17 years, he's back.
I'm a little bit smarter than I was 17 years ago. I know a lot more than I did through experience.
Barely 24 hours since he was sworn in, Sheriff Brown is ready to get to work.
My goal is to make sure that we are adjusting our staff to meet the needs of the people of Greenville County.
He says it is possible he'll reorganize the sheriff's office and look into making it more competitive.
We can't let salaries collapse, and we've got to make sure our salaries are where they need to be.
He told me he's also going to look at the budget, which had been a source of criticism after a former employee sued Sheriff Will Lewis.
He's got a very tough job ahead of him.
A job which will include addressing concerns of some community members.
Growing up, I heard terrible stories within the African American community of how law enforcement treated primarily black communities under his tenure.
The NAACP released this statement saying when Brown was sheriff before, minorities weren't always treated fairly, and minority deputies were rarely promoted.
That's one thing I want to address. Are we being fair everywhere? And is our promotion process and our hiring process fair?
He says he wants one outcome for when his time behind this desk is up.
That's my goal, to leave this better than I found it.
Minority community leaders tell me they would like to sit down and talk to Sheriff Brown to see how they could improve relationships between law enforcement and minority communities. Sheriff Brown told me it's a conversation he's absolutely willing to have. Live in downtown Greenville at the Law Enforcement Center, I'm Aaron Rogers, 7 News.